Hi guys, Bobby here. So, ta-da! I have the 5 Series with me. So this is the new 5 Series 530i M Sport. And yeah, I mean, I came over to Quill to test drive it. I couldn't wait for all the media units and all that. So I thought of showing you all first. And I like that bit, man. I like that bit. So these amazing guys, man, Quill here at PJ, they are one of the best. Actually, to me, they are the best BMW dealer. okay lah. They are one of the best. All of them are good, right? But they're very helpful, and I love their showroom. Their showroom is fantastic. It's big, and everyone here is just super helpful. All right. So yeah, I come over here to test drive this. So they prep up the car for me. So the 5 Series now, the new G30, right? It only comes with M Sport. So it's not just body kits, you get the M Sport brake kits and rims and all that. And then look at the front. It is M Sport body kit all around. Alright. These are full LED headlamps. They look stunning. And they can go up to 500 meters. You know laser lights is 600, right? These guys are 500 meters. And then these M Sport keys, look at that. It's beautiful, right? So there you have a good look. Look at the grille. It opens and closes, right? So that say for example you're cruising on the highway and your engine is breathing really well, they will close this so that aerodynamic improves massively, and then you save fuel. Alright? Let you have a look at the sides. I like the aggressive styling, and this one just looks like, you know, back then in the E39 M5. Yeah, this looks like the E39 M5 rims. Okay, let you have a look at the inside. Now the biggest change in the new 5 Series, right, alongside with the new 7 Series, is the absolutely stunning interior build quality of all these new BMWs. Alright, previously obviously you guys have heard all us journalists saying that the F10's interior is not comparable to the A6 in terms of fit and finish and use of material. But this time around, BMW has been on a vengeance because it's just so intricately built. Right, let me show you. I really like what they choose for this car. This pattern that you're looking at, all these diamond patterns, right? Actually, the grids that are running across it, you can feel it with your fingers. It feels so nice. All right. And look at this part. Most cars, right, when you close the door, this part is not seen, right? You can't look at it. You can't see it, right? But when you open it, right, damn! This is that material that Bobby really loved, that satin chrome material. It runs all the way here, across here. Alright? And you get Harman Kardon speakers. It's really nice. Alright? Look at all this. Let me have a look. This gloss black material feels very high quality. It's very different from the one in the C class. Those are, you know, this is really high quality stuff. And I love the way it's sort of in a liquid form, it sort of blend into the clusters. And I like the fact that even though the clusters are LCD clusters, they added the all these metal rims around it, so it's like a combination of digital and analog. Alright, here's the dash, and look at this part. Oh, it feels so good, the way it moves and all that. And look at that lighting there. It's nice, huh? There's a USB port there, there are 2 cup holders here. Everything feels very solid, very high quality. I like what I'm seeing, I like what I'm touching. It feels very, very, very nice. Okay, it's like a 7 Series. Oh, you don't get that nonsense phone holder anymore. I love this proper compartment. Alright, another USB port here, so it's a very good placement. Alright, this part is leather wrap, all these are leather. Even though this is leather, but this is not the highest grade leather that they have. But of course, Malaysia, I mean, this is decent, alright? But I like this little garnishing here. Look at that. I love it. Alright? Because, yeah, I think the S90 and the V90's interior leather is a notch higher. There are different grades, of course, alright? Now, one thing I like about the new iDrive screen, look at this. This is the touchscreen system, and this is the newest iDrive. Oh my god, it works so well. I hope I can fit this on my 6 Series. It's so nice. Look at it. BMW makes the best in-car infotainment system, and they still do. And this thing can be manipulated with the dial as well, so you have two ways of input. Alright, and I like the graphics. The graphics looks really good, very crisp, very clear, and high resolution. Alright, everything feels very nice. And these are touch sensitive as well, just like the 7 Series. You see, I run my fingers across, and then this part will change. You see, it's touch sensitive, but I can also press it. Alright, and then even this one, see this? See, I touch it, it ons the aircon. See, so the whole cabin, right, is a display of a combination of analog and digital, and I like the fact that BMW sort of blend it seamlessly. Okay, it looks like a physical button, but it's touch sensitive as well, and it's very nice. And the top part here, this is the nicest in-car lighting design I've ever seen. This one, it started with the 7 Series, and they do it here in the 5 as well. It looks beautiful, very, very classy. The M Sport steering, 3-spoke, very nice design, and this one feels a higher quality build than the one fitted in the X5 40e. That one looks really good, but in terms of the button, the material of the buttons and all that, that one feels a bit cheap. But this one is not. This one is very high quality, newer stuff. And then you get the dynamic cruise control, the adaptive cruise control, which will, you know, sort of set the speed of your car along with the distance with the car in front. You get a powered steering column adjuster, so it's very highly spec'd. Alright, let's go to the back. The back is very spacious. If you hadn't known, the previous 5 Series, the F10, is already class leading in terms of legroom and headroom. Okay, this is of course more, and I feel so spacious behind here. I'm not sure about the height of the seat. Just now I was sitting there, it feels alright, but now I can't fully slot my feet underneath. Okay, I can't fully go that, but it's spacious enough. Alright, like all BMWs, you get a very tall center tunnel. Okay, so for the middle passenger, this is important. Look at my feet. As long as my feet, I'm size 11 by the way, can fit between the rails of the front seat and the at the edge here, that means I can put my feet here. Then as a middle passenger, you'll be comfortable enough when 3 person is seated abreast. Alright, you have aircon vents here on the B pillar, proper location. Okay, and then you have all this, the Harman Kardon speaker, and then this really nice material, this inlay. It just makes the car feels excellent. Alright, and on top of that, you get the blinds, and even the blinds for the rear quarters, very nice. Okay, you have that in the F10 as well actually. So it's spacious behind here. Let me show you. Look at my height. I'm 5'11". I get very good headroom as well, and legroom. Good. Okay, let's go to the front. I can show you the boot before I go to the front. Oh, you get there's a power boot. All right. Now this part, if they want, you see this part is not fully flat, right? It's not fully flat. But if they want it to be flat, they could have raised the floor up so that you get a fully flat one, but that reduces the capacity. Alright, but this is okay. It's almost like 2-inch, so you get more height. Right, and then the opening is really wide, so the opening actually helps you load in and out luggage. But I don't think this is class leading in terms of capacity, but that's not the point of these cars either, right? Let's go to the driver's side. First off, you get powered seats, Are they memory? Yes, the memory buttons are here, like how BMWs do. And the seats are fantastic. These are the M Sport seats, so they feel really great. They feel very hugging, and I can adjust I can adjust the bolsters to actually, now I'm fat. Okay, when I slim down, so I can adjust the bolster to, coming closer to my body. And I like the pedal shifters. Okay, the pedal shifters, I like the look of it. I don't like how it feels from behind, because the current pedal shifters, right, what is behind is actually this material. This material is behind, so it feels very nice to the touch. This one is just very regular plastic, but it's high quality plastic nonetheless. Okay, some leather stitches here. I like the design of this steering wheel. Actually, I prefer the design of the steering wheel of the M Sport one, the circular, that one looks really good. But that one is too overtly sporty. This one is just nice, between executive and being sporty. That's why it's business athlete, right? That's their tagline, business athlete. And the thick rims actually suggest this car is very sporty, very, very sporty. I believe if you are a petite lady, you might have a little bit of problem with the thickness of this steering wheel. Okay, maybe yes, maybe no, but to me it's alright. But my palms are big. I can hold a basketball, so for me it's alright. But if you're a petite lady with small palms, you might have a little bit of issue with that. And I just like the overall build quality. So what I feel in the overall cabin, in terms of cabin ambience, right, this car feels very avant-garde. Very, very avant-garde. It feels very high-tech, very sporty, and yeah. When compared to the S90, the S90's interior is just more luxurious in terms of its design. Alright, this one is more high-tech. So the S90, when you look at the interior, you think about wood, you think about yachting, you think about, luxury sofas and all that. But this one, you think about high-tech stuff. You think about Bang & Olufsen. You think about, that kind of stuff. Alright, you get a nice sunroof, so you can let more light into the cabin. I'm not sure if there's an option to have panoramic roof, but this one is not, but it's a sunroof nonetheless. Alright. I believe this is an option of how they spec it, because surprisingly the sun visor looks rather low rent for this car. Okay, but it's a nice fabric material, but not the nicest one they've used. Overall, nice quality, but you don't get heads-up display. They have to balance the pricing, right? BMW is on a pricing, very aggressive with their pricing, so they optimize things. So unfortunately, this car, you don't get the heads-up display like the S90 does, but you get usable stuff. You get the nice display key, which I don't have here, but it's available, the display key. And then you get Harman Kardon sound system, which is really nice, and then you get touchscreen and all that. Alright, so let's go for a drive, shall we? Hi guys, Bobby here. So yeah, I came to Quill, and they're so nice to actually get me a car, and have of course you can't see her on the video here, but Cindy, yeah, she's super duper helpful. Yeah, so showing me the car. So I'm in the 530i M Sport. There's only one variant this time around, but they spec it really nicely. In my opinion, BMW did a fantastic job. Be mindful, this is a CBU car, alright? The E200, which is like Kosong spec at 380,000, but this guy here they spec it really well, and of course they have to optimize it slightly so that it remains competitive, and it actually is very competitive. It is the most competitive, I would say, in its segment now, in terms of what you pay and what you get. Alright, so 530i, we all know, is no longer a 3-liter, right? It's a 2-liter, but its high horsepower output is 252. It's not the usual 2-liter turbo with 211 horsepower. 211 horsepower is the one you get in the GLC 250. Right, that engine, only 211, but this one is 252. Very high output, and generally a very very responsive, and sorry, the traffic lights are gone, so I have to pay attention in turning. Alright? PJ people don't usually behave like that, huh? They usually are more forgiving. Anyway, first impression of the car is absolutely quiet. It is silent in here, quiet. There are almost no road noise. Given the fact that this is on M Sport suspension, M Sport rims, M Sport everything, right? The ride is just brilliant. Okay, no cars in this segment ride as well as the new 5 Series. No, none of them now. It is so pliant and mindful. This is not some suburb area kampong roads where they are perfect. This is city PJ road, opposition area road, so it's shit roads. Alright, they have been going through, but the car is very pliant, very, very nice. Yeah, it's just absolutely comfortable. The seats, these are sport seats, okay? They are more hugging than usual, but we all like hugging seats, right? And of course, it's a BMW, it's a 5 Series, okay? You're not buying a Roselle sofa here, so it's gonna be snug, it's gonna hold you tightly, and it's comfortable. I like the seats. Leather, in terms of leather, these are the Dakota leathers, not the Napa. Like I said again, they need to optimize it, but you won't find anything in this car that sort of look low rent, I would say. Okay, but the overall theme and the overall ambience is the avant-garde type. Is very metal, very leather, dark finishing. It's sporty because their tagline is business athlete now, right? So what is it for? It's for the high achieving, 30 plus, 40 plus year old, the Generation X who has made it. Right, so this is the car for the Generation X. Yeah, and first impression is really good. It's very good. I like the ride a lot. I really like the ride. The S90 V90, of course, that is also the top of the town, right? I would say that interior is just amazing. Okay, amazing place to be in. But in terms of absolute ride solidity, I would think the 5 Series is slightly ahead of that. It's funny now because if you look at some of our British colleagues in Car Magazine, right, when they pitched the 5 Series against the E-Class, they said that BMW has built a better E-Class than Mercedes. So it's the same thing that all of my colleagues here, my friends here, be it from Carlist, or be it from Autobus or Portan or whatever, right? Everyone said the same thing. All the new generation BMWs are more comfortable than the Mercedes-Benzes. And when you flick the switch, you go to sport, they always handle, they always do, they always will, right? This is BMW. Brakes, first thing. Coming from a BMW owner, it's a bit weird for me to feel that the brake is slightly choppy. That means it's sensitive. Just now I was trying to brake, because when you got used to a brand, right, you modulate your feet correctly, and yeah, it's a bit more sensitive than the older ones. So, but I think for new owners, there won't be too much of an issue. But this is not like Volkswagen type where you touch it a bit and then it sort of locks up, it's nowhere there, but it's still very grippy, very nice. I think maybe it's because of the M Sport calipers, they are just more grippier than the usual ones. And the car that I have is a 640i. That car wasn't known to have very grippy brakes, alright? So maybe that's the difference. And another thing that I felt is that this car feels very light. And the engine, brilliant. Oh, okay, there's something I really like. Just now I mentioned that it's a digital speedo cluster, right? With a cockpit. Oh, there's an M3 next to me. Nice. The V8 E92 M3 behind me. As the revo counter was moving, I noticed the digital display of the numbers behind actually being highlighted. It's very nice. I've always said in my videos, BMW makes the best in-car whatever system. Alright, they are ahead of the curve, they're ahead of everybody when it comes to the sound of the V8 showing off. Right? But I only pay 380 ringgit road tax. He's paying like, I don't know, 8,000. Anyway, all BMW speedo clusters, right, are very, very clear. It's not like, Audi, they design a lot of things, but it's flashy, you can't find your information. Same thing with the new Mercedes-Benz. but BMW has always made them really, really clear. What I mentioned just now is that as my rev counter was moving, the needle was moving. Of course, all these are digital, right? Whatever is pointing at, the number actually hovers on top of the needle and it sort of highlights it. I like all this subtle thing that BMW does, and it aids the driver's I would say legibility when you're driving. You get to read it, so it's really nice. So that part is lovely, and yeah, man, overall a very, very nice car to drive. Very relaxing, even if you want to. And if you flick it into sports mode, the dials change to red color, you know, and the car becomes really sporty. So now I can feel that the suspension, it is still pliant, but you can feel that the travel is less now. Before that it's okay, and then now there's less travel. The steering is slightly heavier, and I presume throttle response and brake response will be better, and it is better, yeah. So yeah, it's nice. Now, one thing that the day I just posted up the X5 video, I said that in comfort mode the car is very wallowy. This car is not. It's not wallowy at all. And then now I'm entered into Eco mode. There's an Eco Pro mode. If it is at night, right, it's interesting because these LED headlamps, they can go 500 meters in distance when it's light up. But when you go Eco Pro mode at night, and then it's not too dark, right, they will actually reduce the intensity, you know, just to save power, electricity, you know, just to be more eco. But yeah, it's another new thing in which debuted in the G12 is the adaptive mode, which all Audi owners will be familiar with because it came out with Audi A4 back in 2008. It's the auto mode. So if you're driving slow, it will be softer. As you drive faster, you drive more aggressively, it will turn into sports mode automatically. So this is adaptive mode, which is really good because when I'm in my car, I have to, you know, toggle between sport, comfort, when I want to drive, you know, aggressive or comfortably. Yeah, that's the biggest difference. And let's try it a bit. Alright. Lovely. Okay, now I'm going up to a speed of 140. Yes, it's illegal, but you won't point me out, right? It's quiet. It's very quiet. I don't hear any visible wind noise on the A pillar or the wing mirror area. It's alright. It's quiet. And yeah, I like it a lot. Yeah, so I think that's my driving impression of this car. It's gonna be short because I don't want to take up too much of Sydney's time. But yeah, it's nice. And this car has a lane departure warning, so it will give a little bit of rumble to the steering wheel when you are crossing lanes without indicating. Something that we BMW owners tend to be accused of, right? But we are very civilized now, right? Now the guys who don't indicate are the Audi owners. Yeah, they do all the no. It has shifted. It has shifted to Audi 5-6 years ago. Now it's all the Mercedes owner, not the A-class urban hunting all the youngsters who don't indicate when they shift lanes. Alright, so yeah, that's my driving impression, and I love it. I like it a lot. Very familiar, but everything has been refined, and I have to say, man, if I were to pick class leading, it's either this or the S90. Yeah, in terms of overall. Alright, that's it. Thank you.